Choo Choo Charles is a horror game about fighting a ridiculous spider train to the death, and thanks to that premise, this game has had a ridiculous amount of hype since it was announced in October 2021. But now that it's been released over a year later, let's see if it lives up to that hype. Are you kidding me? This is perfect. I love it. The game's premise is that a small island of people are being terrorized by the terrifying spider train Charles, so they fetched a monster hunter from the mainland and given him his own train with a gun on the back to help fight against the beast. Unfortunately, Charles is smart enough to retreat before taking any fatal wounds, so you'll need to find a way to bait him into an actual battle to the death. You'll need to find enough scrap to upgrade your train along the way so that you can actually survive the death battle. Oh god! Oh, this went straight into it. Oh, we lost him. We lost the... Oh, he's eating him. The game starts with a very short tutorial. You'll arrive at the island, get your train, and immediately get into a fight with Charles. The tutorial NPC will die, but not before giving you a map that shows you where all the missions on the island are. From there onwards, you have free reign. You can go wherever you want and do whatever mission you want in whatever order you want. So just pick a question mark on the map and head towards it. Oh, and make a few stops on the way, as precious scrap is often just lying on the floor next to the railroad. Ooh, sir, are you okay? You appear to be changing race. Just let me know what you decide on. It's a day one indie game. I'll let it slide. One of the first things you'll notice about this game is that the NPCs don't look that great. There's no facial animations or even lips moving when they talk, making it look like your quest givers are just staring into your soul. The second thing you'll notice is that the missions they give aren't that particularly great either. The main missions all involve you stealing baby spider train eggs from shotgun wielding cultists, and because you're completely defenseless without your train, it involves using stealth, sort of. There's no real stealth mechanics in this game, and if you sprint, enemies will hear you long before you see them. When spotted, enemies will chase you to the ends of the earth, so your options are to sprint past them and get the egg, or try and lead them back to your train so you can kill them with your train's gun, which is really just awkward and tedious. Oh no, these are the mines. There's gonna be enemy. Oh my god, I'm doing the stealth. Oh, let me just outrun you, sir. The side missions in this game are slightly better. Most of them are just simple fetch quests. You know, I left my thing over there, go and get it for me and I'll reward you with scrap. Although some of them do break the mold and stand out. One particularly great side mission is a Slender Man parody that involves collecting 8 pages while being chased by a ghost, and I kinda wish there were more missions like that. Some side missions you don't even have to do anything. The grateful townsfolk will just give you some scrap to help you fight Charles, which while I'm sure is some form of bad game design, I actually found it really unexpected and refreshing. Anyway, most of the excitement in this game is going to come from your encounters with Charles himself. Ah! Oh! Excuse me? Oh, there is a ghost. Ah! I wasn't expecting that. Choo Choo Charles will semi-randomly appear and you'll have to fight him off to survive. He's programmed not to appear too often to become a nuisance, but often enough that he's still an ever-present threat. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to scale to your level, so at the start of the game without any upgrades, Charles is just a death sentence. So when he appears, you might as well just give up and accept that you're going to die and lose some scrap. Thankfully, it won't be too long until you get a few upgrades, and that's where the real fun begins. He's still chasing me! Make him stop! Oh wait, I have a train with a gun. Okay, you want to have a go, mate? Do you want to have a go? I think he's ran away. I think he got scared. As you progress, you'll unlock new weapons which you can instantly swap to when you're inside the cabin. Plus, you can also spend scrap to instantly repair your train as well. This means that fighting Charles is no longer just a rail shooter. Shoot your gun too much and it'll overheat. You can wait for it to cool down, but it's better to go inside and switch to a fresh weapon and maybe fix your train. Fights become a frantic dash to manage health and weapon cooldowns, racing back and forth as quickly and efficiently as possible to maximize your survival chances. This also means that you'll use every tool at your disposal to its full extent, instead of just picking your favorite weapon and relying on that the whole game. Okay, back to this. Purple! We're purple now! I love it. I kind of hate it, but I also love it. But yeah, look at me go. I'm a train conductor. Choo choo. Choo choo. I don't know why I'm enjoying this so much, I just am. Choo choo! Choo Choo Charles does this atmosphere really well. The NPCs all have their own zany quirks and would probably be considered over the top in any other game, but they actually fit in really well the plot of Evil Spider Train. Although when it wants to be, the game can be genuinely scary. The ambient noise really sets a spooky mood and keeps you on edge. When you're on foot, you are completely defenseless, so hearing Charles nearby can actually cause real fear as you have maybe 10 seconds to get to safety. Horror comedies are really hard to get right. There's usually either too much horror or too much comedy, but Choo Choo Charles actually toes the line surprisingly well. Oh baby, yes. No! Choo Choo Charles is a pretty short game. I completed it in a bit under 3 hours and I did all the side missions and fully upgraded my train. If you feel like you can beat the final boss without all the upgrades, then you can easily get the story done even quicker. The game's brief length might actually be a positive though. You'll constantly be upgrading your train and getting that rewarding feeling of level up and progression. Most of the side missions are only really a few minutes long, and each one gives you enough scrap for a new upgrade, making the missions feel worthwhile instead of tedious. Also, while the core gameplay loop is quite fun, there really isn't that much depth to it, so the short length just means that things don't overstay their welcome. Oh, I did not see that coming. I didn't think it'd end like that. What an ending! Suddenly this game's story is a 10 out of 10. Overall, I really enjoyed the game. The developer set the price to $20 US and then left it to Steam to automatically do regional pricing. I've heard people complain that for $20 you can get games that are longer, more complex, and generally more well made, and they are right, that is 100% true. On the other hand, Choo Choo Charles promised a fun, silly, scary game about fighting an evil train, and on that front it completely delivered on all of its promises. So is Choo Choo Charles worth buying? Well, it depends if you think 2 to 3 hours of good entertainment is worth $20. But if not, well, you can always wait for the game to go on sale. He just shouted no visitors allowed, and he's got a gun. Oh, it's okay, I've got a train. Don't shoot my train. Oh no. No, my train. I have no gun. I have no weapon. What about the gun on the back of the train? Oh, yeah, that would have worked. I just wanted to run.